Good morning. I'm going to go through the ABCs because employers right now, they're bowing down to workers in the hottest job market in decades. So pay hikes, free iPhones, hybrid work schedules, college tuition, anything to get workers on their payroll. But our latest CFO survey shows businesses are still struggling to find those workers. When we conducted this survey back in Q1, 19% of CFOs said it was harder to fill open positions. Now, 69% of those surveyed fall into that category, which is why they are coughing up the dough. A majority say that their company is experiencing rising wages, including nearly 90% of U.S. CFOs surveyed. A resurgence in infections driven by the Delta variant of the coronavirus could discourage, as we know, some unemployed people from returning back to the labor force. And even though a majority of CFOs say they've reinstated or extended mask mandates in physical office locations, especially here in the United States, but the post-Labor Day weekend return to the office appears to be falling apart. Some, like Google, Ford, Lyft, have pushed back the return to office start date to 2022. And nearly half of all CFOs in our survey also say they've delayed return to office plans. And 1/4 have said they've mandated all employees be vaccinated in order to return to the office. The resurgence of COVID-19 cases is casting uncertainty on future plans yet again, and it's making harder for employers to find workers, making the road ahead a little longer and bumpier than originally hoped. Joe?
We need to, pay attention every day, Christine. I mean, there was a time when the vaccine, we figured if we got to 70% like Europe, that it would be clear sailing. But what happens with breakthrough cases that we know are so common now? The whole idea that the vaccine was going to be a cure-all is, well, we know that it's not. I mean, it certainly helps, but so I don't know what that means for back to work.
Well, that makes it difficult for employers now, because are they going to force everybody to get vaccine? Are they going to force everybody to get the booster shot? So there's a lot of unanswered questions, which is why so many employees are left in the dark as to when they're returning to work. Is it going to be a month from now? Is it going to be in 2022? Some companies even February of next year. So there's a lot of unanswered questions, still confusion, hence why we're still sitting at homes for some of us.
Exactly. We were going to start bringing guests back here. Do we bring guests back? Do people not wear masks? Do you mandate masks again? Do you socially distance? Do you do the remote camera work? I mean, we're right back where, even with the vaccine, we're kind of revisiting all the things that we did back then. And
It's true.
With zero tolerance, and if you're going to be as safe as you possibly can, that's what we're going to see from employers. Thanks, Christina.